So hi, I'm Debbie from Glow in Harrogate, and a lot of my clients have been coming in and they've been asking me a lot about products and collagen and what collagen is, and I was quite surprised to find out that a lot of people didn't actually know what collagen actually was. So I thought that we could start today with giving you a bit of an intro about collagen and maybe ways that things we can do to prevent it from deteriorating. So basically, collagen is actually a connective fibre that provides firmness to our skin. It gives it its elasticity and it gives it its structure. The way I always think about collagen is it's a bit like scaffolding. So if you think about as you get older, our skin just naturally starts to sort of deteriorate, and it's because of things like collagen starts to deplete, and it's because of things like our lifestyle, hormones, aging, sun. Literally, as soon as you walk outside, your skin is affected by all these external factors, and it causes like a small tear in the collagen, which then makes it start to break down. So there are ways that we can, or things we can do to help prevent this from actually breaking down. And there are also ways that we can encourage collagen to come back to the surface. One of the big things that is massive in my skin routine, it's one of the most important things. I do it every single morning, is after I've sort of double cleansed my face, which is really important because the first clean that you do, it just gets rid of that dirt and grime, and the next one just gives it a really good surface of the skin. So you're trying to get rid of all those dead skin cells that's sort of accumulating and sort of shedding through the night. A product that I actually use is vitamin C. I use it every morning. And the way to think about vitamin C is it actually prevents and reverses any sort of skin issues. It really sort of helps look after your cells. So if you think about it, if you were eating an apple and you left the apple out on the side of the table, eventually the apple gets the external environment and it starts to turn brown, and it starts to age, it starts to sort of go a different texture. And that is exactly the same thing that happens to our skin. Obviously not as quickly, but this is what's happening to our skin over time. So think about the apple as the collagen and the skin. And what we could do to prevent an apple from doing that is we could squeeze lemon on top of it. And it's very, very similar. We use vitamin C, which is actually L-ascorbic acid. L-ascorbic acid is like it's vitamin C, which is sort of derived from lemons and things like that. So it's all quite natural. And what this does is it stops the apple from turning brown. Basically, it stops our skin from aging. It's sort of like, imagine if you were going outside and you've got rid of all your dead skin cells, and it's that barrier between your skin and the environment. So it will tackle sun damage. You should really be buying vitamin C at a level between 10 and 30%. That's where all the white papers sort of come into its things start to get a bit exciting, and that's where the white papers actually are actually showing that it's clinically proven to have results. Age spots, if you're using it targeting on age spots, I probably would say to speak to a professional about it first, but we normally say about 20% is when things start to it helps to reduce the pigmentation. There's lots of different ones out there. I've got a few favourites. And I've just got some to hand. I haven't actually got the SkinCeuticals one on me at the moment because I've used it to death and it's actually looks very tatty, so I haven't brought it in. But the Super Serum Advance, which is by IS Clinical, and the CE Tetra. Now they're all a bit different. If you are going to be religious about using these kind of products, I actually do think the vitamin C, the C Ferulic by SkinCeuticals, is actually a really good one. But it does deteriorate quite quickly because it is quite active. So you really need to sort of keep these ingredients out of sunlight and sort of open them up, use them very quickly, and get the lid back on. So because at the end it starts to oxidize because they are so active. What's good about these ones, as opposed to a lot of other ones, they're sort of more watery based. So you can use them in the morning and it's going to give you that protection before you go outside. The stronger ones tend to be a bit more silicone based, and they can be a bit more slippery. So they're probably better used on an evening, just based on the fact that you can't put makeup on. It's going to make your skin look a bit shiny, and sort of the makeup won't sit on it quite as well. So these ones are really good because what I do is obviously clean the face, put this on, and it sort of sinks straight into the skin. I actually leave it just to sink in, just to make sure it's got right in, because I know how amazing the effects are of these. So as I say, really, really good ones. IS Clinical, CE Tetra, and the Eyes Clinical and the CE Ferulic by SkinCeuticals, they're at 15%, so you know you're getting a really good protection. And SkinCeuticals, the other thing that they say is theirs is waterproof as well, so it will stay into the skin. Use it every day. You don't need much of it. 4 to 5 drops. I actually use it also on my neck, so I use a little bit more because obviously these are the areas that you can show aging as well. And yeah, it just prevents and reverses the signs. So you will notice your skin brightening, but also it will stop that pigmentation coming to the surface. So it's a fantastic product, and it's really going to protect your skin. And obviously it goes without saying you also need to use an SPF as well, because that is going to stop a lot of the external factors. But this one is brilliant. It will get right down to the bottom of the skin. So highly recommend it.